Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of This Day. Don't adjust your television sets. It's Michael Taylor. I'm here filling in for Bree Cox-Kennedy, who's on vacation. Hope she's having a wonderful time. Last picture she sent was from Bali, so I think she's doing just fine. I'm not going to worry about her one bit. We've got a great show for you, even though we're here stuck in poor sunny California. I know, the torture of it all. We've got a great one for you. Recreation Department's going to be here. William Macera is going to be here, and he's going to be talking about all sorts of recreation events, how to keep active in our community, and some cool stuff coming up for the holidays. And if you stay active in the community and you keep things moving around, you won't need to talk to our next guest, Pacific Cardiovascular Associates Medical Group. They're going to be coming in, Christopher Chen and George Tadros. They're going to be talking about electrical signals for the heart, how we pump and the vein systems for the heart, and some new technologies that they are using over at Saddleback Memorial Care and their association with the hospital there. So stay tuned for that one a little later in the program. Right now, though, we want to keep you informed. How'd you like to be on the board, serving a lot of important decisions being made, a lot of debates, a lot of talking with the community? Well, if you are interested in serving on the VMS board, there's a call out for candidates. Thursday, October 16th, that nominations opened up then, and they're looking for folks from all of the different boards to serve on the VMS board. Are looking for candidates to make sure they put their paperwork in over here at the community center. That's where you can pick up your nomination information and get that paperwork done. And if you have any questions, you can call the number on your screen, 949-268-2295. The deadline to turn all of this stuff in is going to be November 14th. So you have a little time to decide if you want to pick up the paperwork, and again, make sure you file for your nomination for candidacy. All right, let's take a look at our weather forecast, and we got some beautiful temperatures in store really for the rest of the week. Our only really kind of maybe hottish day is going to be this Friday, but we still don't even touch 80 degrees there. So really a lot cooler than the earlier in the weekend that we had in the past weekend where we were up in the 80s, and it was really kind of warm. We're getting closer and closer to these regular fall temperatures, which I always enjoy. We've got sun, sunny, warming up, partly cloudy, and then plenty of sun. That's a pretty good forecast for you. All right, let's check our sunrise, sunset while we're at it here. We have a beautiful picture here. Thank you, Judy Blando, for sending this one in from Riley's Farm in Oak Glen. Literally, that's like a picture-perfect farmhouse picture right there. Like, that's what I imagine farmhouses to be like. Sunrise this morning was 7:02. Sunset tonight is going to be 6:08. You don't have to have a perfect picture to send us, but we take any kind of picture. Sunrise, sunset, anything like that. Pets, places you've been around town, we'd love to see them all. Email us those pictures, Laguna Woods Village TV @gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise, sunset segment. Okay, we got a few meetings to tell you about, and then when we come back, we'll be talking to William about all things recreation right here in the village.
Joint care so exceptional, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. At Memorial Care, we're voted high in patient satisfaction for a reason. Our specialized surgeons and care teams understand the pain you're going through, as well as the best personalized treatment to get you back to what you love sooner. With nationally recognized care, advanced technology like our Precision Mako surgical system, and support that's always by your side. Get ready to go forth with renewed joy. A new movement awaits at Memorial Care Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
And as always, a fun time with William Macera from Recreation. Thanks for being here.
No, thanks for having me. It's always fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time. And you guys always have fun stuff to talk about. That's why we love having you.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's the best part about it, huh?
Yeah. You do fun things all the time, right? You get to book these fun events. You get to let people have some fun in the community. And we got a real fun one coming up, the Village Bazaar.
Oh, yes. The Village Bazaar is coming right up. So this one's definitely a fan favorite. Actually, just a quick little side note, we are increasing the amount of bazaars we're having next year to 6.
Okay.
So this year we only had 4. I think the previous few years we had like 2 or 3. So we realize the popularity of this one.
Okay.
And we're upping the ante for this coming year.
Okay.
But basically, yeah, so this coming Saturday, October 25, the Village Bazaar is being held over at Clubhouse 5 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
So it's this is residents basically selling their wares, selling handheld items, jewelry, clothing, antiques. I've seen it all over there. There's a great arrangement. There's something for everybody, and residents really love. Number one, selling their stuff and looking at different items to buy. We did sell out a table, so no more tables that are being sold, but everyone in the community is welcome to go and check it out. So once again, Clubhouse 5, it's being held this Saturday, October 25, from 10 to 2. And part of the reason we were able to bring this on is because of sponsors like Renewal by Anderson. So we're very thankful for our sponsors there. So yeah, we're very excited to have this.
Yeah, and imagine this is a great time to have these bazaars because people start thinking about, gifts for the holidays and things that are unique, and they not something store-bought, but maybe something unique, one-of-a-kind items.
There's so many cool things, collectibles that people sell as well, or just anything, woodworking things.
Right.
A lot of the artists also go and sell their artwork too. So there's a huge variety.
Yeah.
I highly recommend.
Yeah, there you go. And is it because of just the demand? You guys said, hey, we're going to bump these up.
Yes, because there's so many residents that want to sell their whatever that is that they want to sell.
And your tables are always selling out.
They're
things
selling
like
out within the first 10 minutes of going on sale, and yeah, it's crazy. But so that's why we're trying to get more in there, so we have more residents have the opportunity to participate in at least the selling part and the buying part.
Okay, well, let's move on to our next topic here, and it's going to be Oktoberfest.
Yes.
And we're in the middle of October already, so we better get on this one.
Yeah, exactly. So Oktoberfest, actually, this one is being held next Monday, the 27th. If you are interested, tickets are currently on sale, but they're only going to be on sale through this Friday at noon.
Okay.
So make your way over to Clubhouse 1 if you want to purchase and participate in the Oktoberfest event. So it's being held at Clubhouse 1 on Monday at 5 p.m. Tickets are $28, and the menu features Martinez's menu with fruit salad, potato salad, garden salad, pot roast, roast chicken, bratwurst with sauerkraut.
I was going to say, I see that in the picture.
A lot of good food, some cake, some dessert, some rolls and butter, and some greens, sweetened sour green beans.
What about beers? Oktoberfest has to have a beer.
Good question. I think there is going to be a bar, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
I'm concerned that there may not be.
Call the Clubhouse
Call the
office.
Clubhouse. There's a phone number.
Yeah, phone number on there, 949-597-4281 for Clubhouse 1's phone number. But we're very excited to have this once again on sale through this Friday at noon. And tickets are selling well. It's not sold out yet, but if you're interested, make your way over to Clubhouse 1.
Yeah, and these are fun events to put on, right? Because there's a celebration not only of the the heritage and the Germany and those kinds of things, but they're just the foods and those kinds of things. I think one of the things that is really great in terms of a community is when people come together with food and they talk about with this. Oh, I've had this before, and then they talk about their travels. When I was in Germany, I had this and that kind of thing. That's always a fun.
And I did just see it on the flyer. There is going to be a no-host bar, so there will be drinks. Don't worry about that.
That's what I was most worried about. Don't call the number. We got it all straightened out for you.
No worries.
Okay, we got some other fun stuff going on.
Yeah, some other
here.
fun stuff. And about not this weekend, but the following weekend, we're having our Arts and Crafts Bonanza over at Clubhouse 4. So this is a whole weekend
Different than the bazaar.
Different than the bazaar. This one is exclusively for artists.
Okay.
So one beautiful thing about our community is that we have Clubhouse 4, which is kind of an arts and crafts haven in the community. We're kind of renowned for that facility. So there's pottery making, sewing, photography. There's an art studio. There's woodworking. So this event is for those residents who utilize this facility that create art to go and showcase and sell their art at one huge weekend event. So it's being held Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
So it's going to be a lively time. There's going to be music. There's going to be food available for purchase. So it's going to be kind of a mini little festival kind of thing with all your artists showcasing stuff. It's going to be super
little pageant of the masters right here in our own village. And I tell you, in our building here, we have all the paintings that are up from a lot of the artists here in the village. And the artwork is amazing. So,
it is,
and that's just a sample, a little slice of what can be at the Bonanza here. I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
And one cool thing about this thing is that if you have non-residents are actually welcome to go to this event too.
Oh, okay.
We're highly encouraging everybody to use the shuttle service that we're providing for this event. It's going to be held over at the maintenance center off of Via Campo Verde. So that's kind of like off of Moulton via Campo Verde. So there's a huge parking lot there, and we're going to be shuttling residents and non-residents to the event through at that location.
All right, well, let's jump on to our next thing. And
Yes.
I think we're looking forward to a November 11th Veterans Day event.
So yes, we're excited. Every year we host a Veterans Day event. It's always a beautiful celebration, honoring our veterans. There will be a performance by Kathy Rath, tribute guest speakers, and a colors presentation by the American Legion. It will be held at Clubhouse 2 from 11 a.m. to noon, and there will be some light refreshments, provided by some of our sponsors, including Memorial Care, Renewal by Anderson. So we're very thankful.
Yeah, and that's always a nice one when those kind of, it's not just a barbecue kind of thing, but it's a true remembrance and true kind of celebration ceremony with kind of like the pomp and circumstance of that. And in this community, there are so many veterans who've served, and it's a great way to honor them and all the veterans, of course.
So we're very thankful for the American Legion to provide and be there for us as well as other veterans. So we're excited, and we're happy overjoyed to
mark your
host
calendars,
this.
folks. Get out there
November
for that
11th.
one, starting at 11 a.m.
It's a Tuesday.
Well, it is. We can't change that. We can't make it a weekend every time. It's November 11th is the actual thing.
Clear your calendar, please.
Now, so folks want to do a little escape, a little go out there and have some fun. We got the movies.
We have our Monday movie series, 100%. We are hosting monthly movies over at the Performing Arts Center. The next movie that's coming up is Superman, which we're hosting on November 17th.
That's the latest and greatest one?
The latest and greatest one. It's very colorful, very animated. A lot of fun characters in that movie. I actually just saw it about a week ago. So it's a good time all around. So we're hosting it on November 17th. There's going to be a showing at 2 p.m. and a showing at 7 p.m. and doors will open 30 minutes prior. We don't provide any beverages or snacks, so you're welcome to bring your own.
There you go.
Bring your friends,
Carry over from Oktoberfest, whatever you have.
Yeah, maybe. But we're excited to have that one. It's very successful. It's something that's free that we can provide to the community, and residents really do enjoy going to the movies.
Absolutely. And then the December one is Big Red one.
Big Red, yeah.
Which I think is a hilarious one. I remember seeing the preview when that came out, and like a kind of an action adventure one of a kidnapping of Santa Claus.
I did see that one too. It's kind of over the top, but it's a fun ride,
Yeah. So for good fun adventure one for Christmas as well.
Coming up December 8th later on. And just to cap it off, our Thanksgiving buffet is going to be held on Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 27th at 1 p.m. We're hosting it at 2 different locations, Clubhouse 2 and Clubhouse 5. It'll be $29 for adults, or for kids, $14.50 for those aged 6 to 10. And if you're younger than that, it's free. The tickets do go on sale on October 30th. And just kind of a forewarning, this one always sells out.
Okay, yeah.
But it takes about a week. Sometimes it might be quicker, but sometimes a little bit slower. But it does
so figure out who you want, figure out how many tickets you need, and make sure you're on it.
Make sure to go to Clubhouse 2 if you want to get the tickets from Clubhouse 2 or Clubhouse 5 for those tickets.
Yeah.
And if it does sell out, there's always alternative options. Like I know the 19 restaurant always offers a Thanksgiving menu. Okay. But yeah, tickets are on sale October 30th, and it'll feature all your Thanksgiving classics.
There you go. Very fun.
Yes.
Like I said, William, you have a fun job from the Recreation Department. I want to thank you for coming in and sharing all this information for us.
It's been a good time.
Thank you. You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Chris Perandi's Stunt Dog Experience, featuring the best stunt dogs on planet Earth. Watch man's best friend reach incredible new heights. Paws down, these are the most talented dogs you'll ever meet. As seen on The Tonight Show, Ellen and Oprah, these stunt dog stars will soar, spin, jump, and fly as everyone chants doggone fun. Get ready to howl with laughter.
We're Denise and Ann with Legacy Arrangements.
We help families plan ahead for future funeral and cremation pre-arrangements. We represent over 70 mortuaries in the Southern California area.
We know these conversations aren't always easy, but we understand how truly important they really are. We are dedicated to making an uncomfortable conversation as comfortable for you as possible.
By planning today, you're going to lock in today's cost, and you're going to let your family know your future wishes.
It's truly a gift you give your loved ones.
And from Pacific Cardiovascular Associates, I want to welcome Dr. George Tadros and Dr. Christopher Chen to our program.
Thank you for having
All right,
us.
so this is a new name, new kind of group for us, and you guys are over at Saddleback Memorial. So what is this partnership all about? Who are you guys, and what are you doing there?
Yeah. So we're very happy. So our group, PCA, has been around for about 30 years, but we're new members of the group. We have now a kind of a collaboration with Memorial Care to be a cardiovascular service provider for Memorial Care that offers both cardiac and vascular services to patients.
Okay. And Dr. Chen, you have I'm going to say electrophysiology. That's your specialty. What's the difference in terms of your specialty in that world?
Yeah, so Dr. Tadros, my partner here, he's what I would call a plumber of the heart, whereas an electrophysiologist is your electrician of the heart. And so it's somebody who specializes in diagnosing problems with either really fast heart rates, really slow heart rates, or really erratic heart rates, and provides treatments including medications, devices that we can implant like pacemakers and defibrillators, as well as doing a special procedure called an ablation, where we hunt down the arrhythmias and then try to get rid of them.
Yeah. So if it's the signal part of the heart is what you're getting in terms of the signal of how the heart's beating faster or slower, and then if I have a blockage, if I have some sort of valve issue, then I'm going to Dr. Tadros.
Yeah, to the plumber, exactly.
To the plumber.
Exactly.
Fix those pipes. All right. So how does this partnership come about? Why does, I mean, they already have heart surgeons at Saddleback. They already have people who do these things. So how do you complement what's going on there already?
Yeah, so we're definitely working in a community. There are multiple different groups, excellent physicians across the board in a lot of these communities. But what we pride ourselves as PCA is that we have a large comprehensive group that covers a large area of Orange County, covers a lot of different specialties that are available, but then also we try to take care of not just the heart, but also of the vascular system, because we believe the heart is needed to pump the blood for the vascular system. So between those, exactly. And also with the fact that for our group, we tend to, we pride ourselves that we take a considerable large amount of, or different kinds of insurances. So we're accessible to a lot of patients in hospitals as well as in geographical areas within Orange County. So this collaboration gives access to patients for our services, both for the heart and for the vascular system.
And Dr. Chen, when you're brought in, is there a special need that seniors have, or is something happening as you become older in terms of the electrical impulses of the heart, or do the pacing kind of get off a little bit as you get older?
Yeah, so, basically, as we get older, there's a lot of symptoms. Some are more obvious for electrical problems, like palpitations, fluttering, racing, skipping heartbeats, having potentially some dizziness, or even like you passed out, you were about to pass out. These are very, especially when you don't have any warning signs ahead of time, those are very concerning for an underlying electrical problem. There's also symptoms that are more vague, fatigue. We always say, oh, I'm just getting old, but what does that really mean? And is it out of proportion to what's normal? And so all of those can, signify an underlying electrical problem that if we just don't look for it, we never know about it. And there are treatments for those things if we're able to actually look for those things.
And Dr. Tadros, for you, it's just, with age comes a lot of maybe buildup and cholesterol and plaques and things like that on the heart that have been building for years and years and years. So I imagine as in the senior community, you see a lot of that. Well, this is just, 40 years of, eating sausage and donuts.
Absolutely. And the thing actually about plumbing is that wherever blood goes, the blockage can happen. So that's one of the things we also try to look for, is that it's not only you're coming for us to assess your heart, because we also assess for blockages in the carotid, in the cerebral circulation, in the legs, because I always tell people, as much as we need the heart, but you always need the legs to walk around and move around and stay active, stay independent. So a big part of our focus is to keep people healthy on their feet for a long period of time. That's why diagnosing and assessing and treating circulation problems is a big priority for us. And we do it on a multiple different levels, whether it's the arterial or the venous side as well. So keeping feet healthy is an important call for us.
Right, because if the heart, I imagine if the heart's working harder to pump that blood through, and there's challenges throughout the whole cardiovascular system, then that's going to put a strain on the heart, and therefore
And vice versa, when the feet are not healthy and people are not exercising, then you don't get cardiovascular health. So it is a really close cycle, and trying to keep both of them healthy is very important.
Okay. So what are some of the common warning signs? You talked about it a little bit in terms of having heart rhythm problems, and would I literally feel it, like something's going on?
So most people do feel something. They feel like that palpitation or fluttering in the chest, again, dizziness, or feeling like you're about to pass out, or you are passing out and it sort of happens without warning. Those are probably the most obvious and concerning signs. Fatigue, again, is more of a kind of a vague, and it kind of goes under the radar. And we sort of, often will brush it under the rug and say, maybe I'm just getting old. But a lot of times it's actually somebody who has longstanding atrial fibrillation. And atrial fibrillation is the most common arrhythmia in the world. It's also especially important for seniors. Studies 20 years ago even found that 80-year-olds, 10% of them had atrial fibrillation. 70% of AFib happens to people between the ages of 65 and 85.
Okay.
And basically, folks currently, even in their 40s and 50s, now have a 1 in 4 lifetime risk for developing atrial fibrillation. So if this is something we're not really looking for, there's real treatments for it, and there's real implications of having the arrhythmia, including unacceptable symptoms, a stroke risk, and then also risk for heart failure, where essentially the heart pump starts weakening over time and it doesn't meet the needs of your body. And so there are real treatments for this, medications, blood thinners, and then ablations, where we go and try to take care of the arrhythmia.
Now, with the ablation, I'm going to, in layman's terms, you go in there and give it a little zap, and hopefully you knock out that area that's having the problems, or is it kind of reset it?
Yeah, so it depends on the type of arrhythmia.
Okay.
A lot of these we can hunt down, look for the actual focal source, and then we basically burn it away. Atrial fibrillation tends to be a landscape, so to speak, problem, where the heart has sort of had remodeling that has occurred over time. And so we use our catheters to deliver a type of energy that sort of kind of lays waste to it to kill off the electrical irritability, so that the risk for it coming back is extremely low.
Okay. Now, Dr. Tadros, there have been innovations from since you got out of medical school to now. What are you most excited about in terms of the innovations, the things you're doing at Saddleback and other places that are just kind of life-changing and so advanced?
I think one of the biggest that we're seeing a lot of things about is treatment of venous, what's called venous insufficiency. So in a very simple sense, the veins are the blood vessels that bring back the blood from the leg back to the heart. They go against gravity. So in order for the blood not to be actually pulled by gravity, the skin veins have valves that are supposed to prevent that. In a lot of people, primarily because of genetic factors, because standing on their feet for a long period of time, and as we gracefully age, those valves start to leak, and the blood starts to pool down into the leg. And leaking veins, or what's called venous insufficiency, can cause a lot of symptoms. Part of it is like heaviness, throbbing, discomfort, swelling, discoloration. And it gets worse as the day goes by, and it gets worse as we gracefully age. The problem with that is actually, as the skin irritation happens, venous disease is the #1 cause of ulcers in legs.
Oh, wow.
Not diabetes, not arterial. Venous disease, and it causes a big problem. And a venous ulcer takes 3 to 6 months to heal. It takes a long time. So prevention is very important. What's really cool about this in the last 15 to 20 years is back in the days when they used to have these leaky veins, it was a big surgery, what's called stripping, okay? And the recovery was really problematic. Versus now, literally, it's a clinic procedure. It takes 15 minutes, okay, through just a 1 needle access. There are different kinds of how to treat it.
Wow.
But it's 15 minutes. People walk out of the procedure, literally go to the golf course as long as they're wearing their compression stockings, and can golf after that. The recovery is phenomenal.
Incredible.
We think this is an amazing thing, not just in treating symptoms, but also in preventing ulcers. A big message for today for a lot of the population. Stay on your feet, stay walking, and stay healthy. And a big part of the services is to screen for arterial and venous disease, but more also, there is a lot of great interventions to treat it and stay healthy.
All right. I'd love to age gracefully. Dr.
Yes.
Chen, in the last minute we have left,
Yes.
what's the latest innovation you're most excited about in your field?
So for atrial fibrillation, again, a nuisance for everybody, including seniors. There's recent technological advances in how we do the ablation. So since the early 1980s, it was a thermal ablation, meaning you have an electrical energy source, you convert it to a thermal energy source. You're either cooking or freezing the tissue to kill off the electrical activity. And the problem with that is it's hard to prevent collateral injury to other vital organs, because as that temperature travels and you're cooking or freezing, it can also hit the other organs.
Okay.
So basically around spring of last year, actually, 2024, a new form of technology called pulsed field ablation, PFA, is what was widely accepted across the United States. It had been kind of going its course in Europe prior to that, but it's a newer non-thermal form of ablation. We deliver very high electrical field powers over the span of micro to nanoseconds.
Oh, okay.
So quick that it's very specific to the cardiac cells only. So it's equally as effective as the older forms of ablation, but much safer, much quicker. And I believe at Saddleback, they started that this past spring. And so the technology is there and ready. And basically, like I said, ablation has never been really safer or quicker than before.
Oh, that's fantastic. Pacific Cardiovascular Associates, embedded with the folks at Saddleback Memorial Care. Thank you, Dr. Chen and Dr.
Thank you.
Tadros.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having
having
us. Appreciate it.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Small gestures of compassion, little leaps of ingenuity, brief moments of bravery. This is Memorial Care, where being the difference makes the difference.
All right, before we head out, we want to talk about some movies we got coming up this weekend. We got some interesting ones. I haven't seen either of these movies, so they'll just be a surprise, as much a surprise to me as they are to you when you watch them. All right, we got Bathtubs Over Broadway. That's an interesting one, very good. It's going to be brought to us by Hoag Orthopedic Institute. It's 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles, so stay tuned for that one. Looks kind of zany. Looks like it won some festival awards and things like that, so it could be a fun one. Then on Saturday, let's take a look at what we got Saturday. Oh, I haven't seen this one either, but I do definitely want to see this. I saw part 1. This is like the 9th movie in the series, but they had a part 1 and a part 2. This is Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It's brought to us by Pacific Financial Planners. Going to be with the subtitles at 2 p.m. and without the subtitles at 6 p.m. Basic plot: he has to save the world, as usual. There you go, folks. Those are our movies for Friday and Saturday. Let's take a quick check of the forecast before we head out. We got some great temperatures. No final reckoning here. Actually, just kind of mild and nice. We got temperatures in the low to upper 70s on Friday, but really mid 70s and nice cool temperatures other than that little bump up we're going to see on Friday. So looking forward to some nice weekend weather. Get out there and have some fun, and not too hot, not too cold, just right. Goldilocks weather for us. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.